Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Karen Wyman, coming to you from higher ground on Ladies Island. I'm joined this afternoon by Jessie Chapman from Kappa. Hi.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I'm so excited that you're here.
Me too. I'm very excited to be here.
But this is something obviously that I'm really involved in. We're going to talk about Kappa's Dancing with Our Stars and how we're going to raise some tremendous money for Kappa and how we can hopefully put a stop to childhood abuse here in Beaufort and Jasper County.
Yes, ma'am.
So the event, let's talk about the date is March the 10th.
March 10th, 2018, and it starts at 7:30 at USCB Center for the Arts.
Right. And we would spend a little bit of time talking about ticket sales, except tickets are completely sold out for just general or preferred seating.
Correct, yes.
At this point in time, if people are interested in attending, the only way they can get a ticket is to participate as a sponsor. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Those are the only seats available right now.
Okay. So let's talk about sponsorship. I mean, just found out that we have a presenting sponsor.
Yes, this year Baden of Beaufort has decided to be our presenting sponsor, and which is amazing because last year we didn't have a presenting sponsor. So we have Baden of Beaufort, and they have also decided to divide all their votes among all the teams because all the teams are patrons of Baden, and they are huge community supporters of ours anyways, and now they're just giving back just one more little bit than they have. Yeah,
I'm excited, right?
Oh yeah, yes, your team needs the votes. Yeah, all the teams need the votes.
All the teams need the votes. So let's talk about the teams. I mean, we've got 10 teams?
11 teams.
11 teams. Do you have time to do the rundown for the
Absolutely,
teams?
I brought it so I could.
So we're going to share with our viewers the 11 community members who are paired with dancers that comprise the 11 teams that will be dancing for Kappa. And then we'll talk about where all that wonderful money goes that we raise over the next 6 or 7 weeks.
Awesome. So we have Abby Mitchell, who is a teacher at Beaufort Academy, and she's paired with instructor Kiamani Brown Carpenter. And then we have April Bouquet, and she is a nurse at Beaufort Memorial, and she's paired with Christopher Crabb, who is returning from last year. We have Brandon Clark, who is an SE&G journeyman, and he is paired with Aaron Hancock, also returning from last year. And we have Dr. Robert Perrick, he's obviously a doctor, paired with Samantha Slater. Jason Clark, who is paired with Megan Grabowski. Jason Clark, he works on Paris Island, but he's also a pastor, and he's starting a church.
Right.
You learned all this at the kickoff.
Yeah.
And then we have Karen. Let's see, what the list goes on. So it's One Blood, and you're also my favorite. I love to hear that you're a yoga instructor. Paired with Topher.
Topher, yeah.
And then we have Katie Godowns, who works with Beaufort Alcohol and Drug. She's paired with Shaikeem Gardner. Officer Hatchett, paired with Danielle White. Officer Hatchett is a school resource officer at Ladies Island, and Danny White is also returning from last year. We have Ross Vazan, who is a firefighter, and he's paired with Aaron Demers. Tommy Pike, who is our EMT, he is paired with Ashton Bellamy, first year. And then Tony Cuevas is paired with Casey Freimeyer, and she's also a new instructor. So Tony is a ROTC instructor out at Ridgeland High School. So,
excellent. I mean, yeah, that's where the Big Red Bus happens to be today, out at Ridgeland Hardyville High School.
Awesome.
Yeah, it
Very
is awesome.
Cool.
So let's talk in the time we have left about how much money was raised last year, because it was a pretty phenomenal amount. Jessie, I was blown away to hear the number.
Over $60,000 was raised last year, and $12,000 of that was by our winning team for People's Choice Award, and that was Tracy and Topher.
And my partner Topher, so I have some big shoes to fill.
That's
so
right.
Anybody who out there vote for Team 6, we could use it.
Every dollar counts as a vote.
Every dollar counts as a vote, that's right. And you know, I find it interesting how you find the people that you go and ask, and you hope that they say yes. But tell us a little bit about that. We have a little bit of time left. How you make that determination and go out there and find people who are willing to step up and dance for Kappa?
So there's a committee, and we basically look for people who either have an affinity for Kappa or an agency like it, who give back to the community, who are a star in our community. And then also have the power to rally behind and have people rally behind them to help them raise money for Kappa. And we start asking at the end of the summer, and we pray that they say yes. And I mean, you know, we track you down, and we come and show up and we ask you.
That's right,
so,
and you ask
yeah.
me. So, and I'm grateful to be asked. I'm thrilled to participate. Obviously, one of the questions people ask is, do you have to have dance experience? And I will say no, because I'm learning my dance now with my partner, and I'm feeling as though I have 2 left feet. But it's all for a good cause. We know that. In the time we have left, how can people get involved? If you need people to help, volunteer, sponsor, what's the easiest way for people to get involved, Jessie?
Sponsoring or purchasing an ad in the program, but also, supporting the teams by either donating or rallying behind them when they do an event, because it really, when it all boils down to it, it's a fun event, but it's also a fundraiser for the Child Abuse Prevention Association. And so going online and voting, or attending, like we did a Fat Patty's night, attending events to help support the teams. As far as volunteers go for the event, our 22 dancers are our 22 volunteers, and everything else kind of falls into place with our other agencies, Exchange Club, as well as USCB Center for the Arts. So.
Awesome. Yep. It's wonderful to have you as a guest. This is just a great event for an amazing cause. So I want to thank you and all of your colleagues at CAPA for all the wonderful work that you do. I'm thrilled to be invited to participate, and I will admit, very nervous, but it will be fun. It will be fun. Thank you so much for being a guest.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with our next guest on North of the Rod.